Man, what up, though? This your boy Prince Rob back again with another reaction, man. Like I said, I think I had dialed it in, man, to where it's halfway decent, man. It ain't gonna lag as much or whatever, you know. And even if it do, that helps with the copyright of the video, so don't even worry about it. Method to the madness, gang. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want to go ahead and do the reaction to Penguin. Charlie, Moist Critical, you know what I mean? If you know anything about the internet, that's Moist Critical. That's YouTube John Wick, you know what I mean? That's a YouTube John Wick gang, you know what I mean? He be gaming and he do reactions. He do a little bit of something similar to what I do, man, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I had seen a crazy video of Rampage Jackson's son pretty much body slamming somebody or a wrestler and then, man, destroying him, you know what I'm saying, while he was passed out. And as soon as I saw Charlie talking about it, I was like, man, let's hop on here, you know what I mean, make a reaction. But anyway, I'm talking too much. Let's go into the video and see what's up, you know what I mean. Oh, and go subscribe to Charlie, man. He funny as hell. Like, I'm talking about one of the smartest individuals on a YouTube platform, man. You know what I mean? Very down to earth, you know what I mean? And bro already made it, as you can see, you know what I mean?
Son of
Oh yeah, we got to start that all over, gang.
What an unbelievably crazy week on Kick. I was just talking about the...
Oh yeah, he always be talking. You know, he been on Kick ass, gang. He been on Kick ass because the dude in France, I also got to react to that. They had a dude in France pretty much get unalived by his friends for views, you know what I mean? So, like I said, bruh, OG streamer, OG YouTuber, so he know what he talking about, so, you know what I mean?
French streamer Jean Parmenov, who passed away in his sleep on stream after a marathon of abuse from some other streamers. And just now, I literally just finished streaming Resident Evil 6, and I was taking a little tinkle, and I got sent a little something that is so diabolical, I had to hop back in the saddle and yap about it. It is incomprehensible that yet another potential death was just streamed on Kick. I'm recording this an hour after it happened, and the victim is currently still in the ICU, so I guess by the time I post this, I'll know whether or not they passed away, but I'm going to keep this part in here right now because it's up in the air. A Kick streamer, Rampage Jackson, who is the son of Rampage Jackson, and also a professional fighter.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I already seen the video, whatever. Not this video, but the video of what he did to do. But I've also been watching Rampage and his son Raja do like streams together, and I think it's the dopest thing ever. Like, bruh went on a date, on a double date with his dad, and it's hilarious. I mean, later on, once I get a hold of the other footage, I'm gonna go ahead and do a reaction to all that. But yeah, man, I think it's sad, man. When I saw how everything worked out, bro, it's sad, bro. You know what I mean? Hopefully, bro, that's in the hospital right now is okay. He pulls through and he doesn't have no lasting injuries, you know?
Just went fucking ballistic on a wrestler during a wrestling event on stream. He picks the wrestler up, slams him on the mat, and then lays down 27 punches to the man's skull, most of which were delivered while he was unconscious. And by the end of it, he is bleeding and bloodied. They couldn't wake him up. They said he was barely breathing, and someone even used the word flatlined, that he was flatlined in the ring. This is not fake. This is not scripted.
Whoever started that song as soon as he got into that ring is foul. That's foul. I know you ain't bumping no, man, that's foul, gang. You feel me? But from what I hear, man, dude was kind of picking on him earlier. I don't know if they were supposed to be doing a stream together, like he doing the little Logan Paul and Jake Paul thing where they pull up to WrestleMania or whatever, and you know what I mean, just go along with the show. But I don't know what happened, but pretty much it looked like dude was messing with him outside before the match, and apparently they told him he could get like his get back in whatever, give him a little leg drop, but bro went in there and did the most. Yeah, at that point, bro already asleep. Like, even the referee don't know what to do. Hey, bro hit him with the DDT. bro try to hit him. Bro try to hit him with the DDT right here. I don't mean to laugh. Yeah, bro try to RKO him right here. That's the RKO right there. He tried to hit him with the RKO. But that's an MMA fighter, bro. The wrestling moves ain't gonna work on him, you know what I mean?
We know you're hovering over that button, but we need your help. We have a better button, we promise. Right on.
Hey, yo. I don't like the way they said that, bro. You got a better button? Nah, fam. You can keep that button, gang.
I did my best to censor this. It is brutal. It is extremely hard to watch. I also cut the clip short, but they pan back and he is covered in blood. Raja Jackson is a professional fighter who has unloaded, I counted 27 blows to an unconscious man. And they all are connecting. This is not like fake. It's not like he's pulling any of his punches. They are all hitting squarely on this man's skull, bouncing his head off of the mat. And I said,
little bro tripping. Little bro tripping. You know what I'm saying? They go back to what I like to say as far as like, bro, when you raise your son, you got to teach him how to control his emotions, right? So when I was younger, bro, I was bad with that. I had a bad temper, bro. Like, that ain't nothing I'm even proud of to say or about, you know what I'm saying? But you got to know how to control your emotions, you know what I mean? It's cool to teach your son how to fight, but you got to teach him how to control his emotions as well, because a situation like that, if you unalive him, you're going to jail for life, you know what I mean?
And most of them were when he was unconscious. All of them are while he's unconscious. When I watched it back, it's clear that when he slammed him on the mat, his head hit the mat and it knocked him out immediately. So all 27, potentially more, punches that he threw were on an unconscious man. That can be fatal. That is most oftentimes fatal. And he wasn't done either. It's not like he just stopped and said, okay, well, that's plenty. I've had my fill. He was still going. The only reason there weren't more punches thrown by him is because the other wrestlers were able to separate him. But he was fighting against them to go back and keep beating this unconscious man. He probably wouldn't have stopped.
Little bro putting the energy, all his energy into the wrong thing. Now, if you could fight a man that do MMA like that, gang, you're going to be rich like your daddy. But you doing that to a regular person, gang, you know what I mean? You crashing out, little bro. You got to chill out, little
punching
bro.
Him until his head popped like a balloon. It's extremely scary, and even if he does pull through, this could have life-changing repercussions with brain damage and so many other complications for the rest of his life, if he even survives, which we don't know yet. He apparently flatlined in the ring and is currently still in the ICU, and we don't have any updates. This is terrifying stuff. Hello, it's Charles, first thing in the morning here, and we don't have a ton of official updates on the condition of that wrestler, but the father of Raja Jackson, Rampage Jackson, gave an update where he is saying that Psycho Stu, that's the name of the wrestler, is alive and is stable. Ooh. And he also says that he's clearing up misinformation.
Thank God, my boy. You hear me? Thank God, my boy. And you better hope you pull through, man. Cause that's a whole life sentence waiting to happen, my boy. Over that's the thing about life, bro. Man, it take less than 5 minutes to mess up your whole life, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. One decision, less than 5 minutes, can mess up your whole life, gang. And like I said, on this channel, man, we're gonna talk about more and try to highlight how we can avoid these things. At least how I'm trying to avoid these things, you know what I mean?
Information about his son. But then in his statement, he doesn't clear up any misinformation. He just confirms what everyone already knows, that this was completely out of control, inexcusable behavior that Rampage Jackson also doesn't condone. So I don't know what misinformation he thinks he's clearing up with this. He's just agreeing with what everyone else is saying, that his son went fucking berserk. I guess maybe the misinformation demon that he was exercising here was about his son actually getting like the
You can't be mad at him, bro. Charlie, chill out. Charlie, chill out. You know what I mean? You can't be mad at bro because that's his son. You know what I'm saying? In public, I'm sure he's gonna, hey man, I hope everything, you know what I'm saying, give you the PR stunt, but I'm sure in private, he chastised them. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Rampage Gang. I see how they talk to each other, their dynamics, whatever. And I get it. You can see even his son like looks up to him so much, and I'm sure he wants to emulate him. That's why he's an MMA fighter like his dad. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's part of it. But it's one of those where you gotta explain to him, like, bro, like whenever I was younger, bro, and I'm sure most men can agree to this or somewhat to extent. Whenever you're younger, bro, you so quick to go to war. You know what I'm saying? You got all the testosterone in you. You ready to prove you're a man. You know what I'm saying? And the older you get, man, the more you realize, shit, it ain't worth it. You know what I mean? In war, everybody loses, man. You know what I'm saying? And you find yourself seeking peace more often than not. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, guy, it's one of those situations where you just gotta. Hopefully, bro gets a chance to learn. You know what I mean? Because like they say, the penitentiary is full of men and women who cannot control their emotions. You know, you gotta know how to control your emotions in any situation. Like, I'm gonna give you a great example. Shiloh Sanders, Deion Sanders' son, just got I think kicked off the team for punching one of the other guys who was like going hard on him, right? Like after the play, after the whistle, whatever, you know what I mean? He was a big ass tight end, you know what I'm saying? But it was one of those situations, he let his emotions get the better of him and he swung and hit dude and got ejected. And once he got ejected from the game, they said the Buccaneers released him, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, you gotta learn how to maneuver, man, you know what I mean? Gotta learn how to maneuver.
Mission for payback on Psycho Stu for an earlier confrontation. And what he's referring to there is they had like a little beef before the event started, and someone had told Raja Jackson that he could like double leg take down Psycho Stu in the ring and then throw like a fake punch, and that would be it to like settle the beef and create like this storyline. But Raja Jackson on stream, on camera, says that he is going to hurt Psycho Stu. He said he will not stop punching him until people will yank him off of him. So he took that.
Oh yeah, little bro tripping. I don't know what he, you know what I mean, was on. I know they said, bro, he a vegan and I don't think he be drinking like that or doing anything extra, but man, little bro tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, first and foremost, that's documented. So that means that could be taken to court, and if Psycho Bob wants to, you know what I'm saying, pursue further, nobody can be mad at him. Not only that, now he has a civil case. He could take you to court and sue you. You know what I'm saying? Literally take you to court, sue you, and get money for all his, you know what I'm saying? What they call that? Medical and distress and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Medical distress. I don't know how to say it, but y'all know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much you giving bruh a license to bend you over and whoop you. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be able to hit you just as hard as you hit him. You know what I'm saying? And if not, in places where it hurts more.
Like pseudo invite, like green light to be involved in the wrestling event as a permission slip to go brutally assault this man and beat him within an inch of his life. Like, I think you could also make a case that this is attempted murder. This was premeditated assault that he planned on not stopping at any point until third parties intervened. Like, I really think you could make like a real argument that he had went in there with the full intentions of killing Psycho Stu. That's what it looks like to me.
Did you know that in Texas, rifles can be carried in public without a license? Whereas in Florida, no open carrying is
Yes, I'm very aware. I live in Texas, sir. Everybody around here got a gun. I'm sure there's more guns in the state of in the state of Texas than they are, you know what I'm saying, people in the United States.
Tell you guys this, they told me to hit him and just leave. Somebody who pulled me off of him will leave. I'm telling you, I'm gonna hit him as many times as I can. Watch.
That's indefensible. You can see him literally planning it off the back of them giving him like the instructions for a work where he'd come in and he'd deliver like a hit, like a fake hit, and then he'd be pulled off and that'd be the end of it. And he is saying, but watch this, I'm going to keep punching him. Like, he is blatantly stating this. It is very clearly a premeditated assault. And like I said, I really think his goal was to kill Psycho Stu there. It really seems like that was his mission. And you can't chalk this up to confusion where he was directed to do something but then just went a little far, like, mistakenly. He is, with his own voice, his own vocal folds flapping with their own volition here. He is stating, they told me to do this, but instead, I'm going to do this. I'm going to punch him as many times as I possibly can. He is stating clearly that they told him one thing, and he is not doing that. Instead, he is going to punch the shit out of him, beat him within an inch of his life. You can't possibly say that he just got confused with the stage direction here of the storyline. He is saying that he is going to go punch him as many times as possible and disregard what they said he is permitted to do, like what they planned on. It is premeditated assault by every possible definition. Now, what started all of this, and I've seen people joking about it like, oh, haha, Raja Jackson must not know that wrestling is fake, and he thought the heel was being mean to his favorite babyface, so he took matters into his own hands, tee-hee-hee. But what actually happened is Raja Jackson was touring the event and meeting the wrestlers backstage, and of course the wrestlers are all playing characters, and when it comes to wrestling, there's a little something called kayfabe. And so they are going to portray their character to the best of their ability and keep everything as authentic and genuine as possible. And Psycho Stu was in character and misunderstood that Raja Jackson was not a worker in the event.
Worry about him.
Psycho
Be
Stu.
worried about Psycho Stu.
Psycho Stu?
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Psycho Stu sound a little bit lit, gang. Boy, Psycho Stu sound a little lit, man. God damn. Bad decision making, man, on both parties.
Hey, I think that's a little. Oh, you don't show it? He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it? Dude, he's not a fucking
Bro.
worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry about
Nah,
that.
I will fuck him
we're
up,
good.
bro.
I know you will.
No.
We're good.
And he takes it way too far when he takes a beer can. I don't know if it's like a real beer can or like one of those breakaway like stunt ones, but he takes it and he crushes it on Raja Jackson's head. Then you can see him get really fired up about it, and all the other wrestlers are also saying to Psycho Stu, like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? He's not like a worker here or anything. That was too far. And that's what started this. And then Raja Jackson waited until their match. Then he stormed in and then beat him potentially to death for it. Now, I think if Raja Jackson had swung on Psycho Stu after the beer can thing, you could definitely make a strong case that he was acting in self-defense. Because that is unexpected, it was unprovoked, and it was kind of a crazy thing for Psycho Stu to do, not knowing for sure if Raja Jackson was a worker in the event or not. It was a bad judgment call for sure from Stu. And he was just like way too fucking committed to being the heel. Like he was really deep into his method acting like fucking Shia LaBeouf style, and he did the beer can thing, and it was definitely over the line. But here's something a lot of...
Why the fuck Shia LaBeouf kind of straight, bro? Why you taking shots at Wiki, man? You want dog
people
alone,
aren't
bro.
showing enough of that Psycho Stu was very apologetic when he learned that Raja Jackson was not a worker at the event. He apologized 3 times. They shook hands multiple times, and Raja said, like, hey, it's good, I get it. multiple times. Meanwhile, he was just like bubbling with anger, waiting for his chance to fucking assault this man.
El épico juego de acción online War Thunder viene a machacar tus aburridos días entre semana. El legendario acorazado japonés ya.
Sí.
I'm
sorry, bro. Hey, it's gonna all work out.
Yeah, hello. I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were.
Damn, gang. Yeah, look, bro. I ain't see all this. Little bro tripping. You supposed to, you know what I mean? Once a man apologizes, bro, and you accept their apology, you gotta let it go. You feel? You gotta let it go. If you accept the apology, you gotta let it go, gang. You can't just be like, oh man, I can't wait till I yada. Man, nah, that's lame, bro.
We're working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, Juice. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you
know what I'm saying? We're always working.
What a fucking worm. This is some slimy behavior here. This is some turbo ass. Raja Jackson is now pretending that he understands and forgives Psycho Stu, who is very apologetic, mind you, and he's explaining, like, look, I saw the cameras, I thought that this was like another work, that we were building a storyline, this and that, and Raja Jackson's like, no, I get it, and he's like shaking his hand and everything. Meanwhile, he is actively planning of assaulting them.
See, I'm a wrestling fan, gang. I grew up watching WWE, SmackDown, you know what I mean? I'm sure if you from the 90s, bro, you grew up watching, you know what I mean? You grew up watching the thing, man. So it's like I got a soft spot for wrestlers, you know what I mean? Shit.
This man,
I get
beating
it,
him
you know what I mean?
unconscious and fucking leaving him eating meals through a straw, as he is like pretending to let bygones be bygones here and that they're on good terms. That's fucking unhinged. Now, before showing you some more of the aftermath here, let me introduce you to Psycho Stu. I think you should get a little bit of the lore behind this wrestler that Raja Jackson beat so severely, hospitalizing in the ICU, and apparently caused to flatline in the ring.
Pro in 2009. I had just got out of the military, probably about 6 months earlier. I got out of the military, I joined Knox Pro, because I needed something to focus on. I needed something to help me adjust.
Yeah, little bro fucked up, gang.
Back into civilian life. A lot of veterans, it's hard for them to readjust into civilian life coming from the life of the military. I'm an American soldier that suffers from PTSD. Being in front of a crowd, it doesn't give me as much anxiety and aggression as I thought it would.
Yeah. Psycho Stu is a veteran who was suffering from PTSD and found wrestling as a means of escapism and fell in love with the sport. And now is currently hospitalized in the ICU, but apparently is stable, so hopefully Rampage Jackson is accurate with that claim, that he is alive and stable. That would be wonderful news. But what an unbelievable set of circumstances that led to his hospitalization here. Yes, he made a mistake with Rampage Jackson's son here, not knowing whether or not he was a worker and still building the storyline anyway under the impression he was. But it's not a mistake that should have led to something like this, especially when he did everything in his power to try and rectify it and try and apologize for his mistake and explain why it happened and ensure that it was totally unintentional and there wasn't meant to be any bad blood or anything. And he thought that he did accomplish that, but clearly Raja Jackson didn't actually think so. He was just acting. Raja Jackson was flexing his thespian skills here when he was pretending that everything was okay between those two, because what he was actually doing was plotting a premeditated assault on Psycho Stu. Again, that potential argument of self-defense, that has poofed away like Timmy Turner's fairy godparents. That ship sailed a long time ago because he didn't act in response to the threat. Like, after the beer can was crushed on his head, which, again, he wasn't expecting, and that can be dangerous, but he didn't, act in the heat of the moment to defend himself from that or anything. Instead, he...
That's the same way, they say, if somebody breaks in your house, you gotta shoot them in the house. You can't let them run outside. If they run outside and you shoot them in the back, that's murder. At least in the court of law, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I understand completely, bro. Like once Psycho Stu apologized, supposed to let that go, bro.
He let it marinate, let his rage bubble up, and then waited for his opportunity to get revenge later. There is no longer a possible case of self-defense here. Like, yes, he was wronged, but he didn't, like, try and defend himself from that threat or anything. He pretended to, like, move on from it with the guy who did it, and then waited to attack him later. And I think you can make a very strong case that it was attempted murder. At the very least, it is a premeditated assault, and based on the things he was saying leading up to it, and based on the behavior in the ring...
You'll get assault with great bodily harm. Probably lands you, depending on where it is, a year or two. And depending on his record, he might do 2 years, 3 years probation. And that depends on how dude comes out. If dude dies and has like anything physically wrong with him, like if he's maimed. See, these are things you don't think about whenever you reacting, you know what I'm saying? If this person is maimed in any way where they can't physically work anymore, he's gonna take it to civil court. He's gonna win the, you know what I mean, the regular court. The criminal court, he gonna beat you there already because they got video evidence, they got, you know what I mean, all that. So yeah, little bro kind of cooked. Hopefully, I think, man, hopefully Psycho Stu pulls through, man. You know what I'm saying? Dude seemed kind of halfway decent. Like I said, I rock with wrestlers, man.
When he was delivering 27-ish blows to an unconscious man's skull, I really think there is a strong argument to be made that he was in there doing that solely to try and kill him. All of this on stream, mind you, and you can even see him respond to the news that the guy that he just unloaded 27 punches on in the ring while he was unconscious is potentially flatlined.
That's crazy work.
Are you having trouble trying to keep up with your professor? You've got to try Otter. Here's how it works.
I'm gonna check it out, shawty. I'm in the middle of the video right now. Let me get back to you.
Hello?
Hey, where the hell are you at? I told you to double leg that motherfucker and start welding him. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the ring, fucking flatline, bro.
My bad.
You didn't have to do all that shit. I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to fucking take advantage.
Alright, I'll call you back later.
This guy does not seem to care at all. This is a fucking monster right here. In response to hearing that the guy flatlined, he just says, "My bad." That's crazy. Kratos had more empathy for the people that he killed.
Man, no disrespect. I don't think you've seen the stream, or maybe you don't understand their relationship, right? So, even Rampage said this, you know what I'm saying? He said he got, 3 kids. So he got him and he got 2 other ones that's like half Asian or whatever. And he thought it was so funny. He used to say that Raja is not going to college, you know what I'm saying? But his 2 Asian ones, he's saving money for them to go to college. But Raja, he's saving money to bond them out. His dad's literally publicly said, man, I'm saving money so he can not, you know what I mean? So I can bond him out of jail for whatever goofy shit he do. My other kids, I know they're going to make it to college. That's wild, ain't it? But I'm sure that's in him understanding that he's kind of like him, you know what I mean? And to a certain extent. Like me personally, again, I hope my kids is not completely like me. You know what I mean? I hope they're a better version of me. You feel? Like all my flaws, a little bit better. So, I don't know, bro. That might be the relationship between them two. Because even with his pops, he called him by his first name. He ain't call him pops. He ain't call, you know what I mean? So it's one of those where, shit, might be a disconnect to a certain extent.
In very similar fashion, by the way, with like the unbelievable amount of blows to the head, but at least in Kratos' case, the people he was fighting, they were at least conscious. All of these were delivered to an unconscious man. A man who never even saw this coming, by the way, because he storms into the ring, grabs him, and then slams him. So it wasn't even a fight, but he walks away feeling so fucking tough and accomplished about it with no remorse at all for potentially killing this man.
Tell the motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit. One of them was a bitch and fucking bit me. I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
He's walking away from this with his chin held high, extremely proud of what's unfolded here. It seems like this might be the happiest moment of his life. The way that he is perceiving this is him standing up for himself. He is not able to have a grasp on the severity of what just happened here. He thinks that because the disrespect that he encountered earlier in the day, he was entirely justified to potentially murder this man. And by the way, the wrestlers that were calling him a bitch, well, I imagine they were saying that because he basically sucker punched this guy potentially to death. The guy never even had a chance to fight back because he came into the ring when his back was turned, slammed him down, immediately knocking him unconscious. It wasn't even a fight, it was a surprise attack. So I imagine that's what he's referencing when it comes to the wrestlers like insulting him and the one that bit him, with everyone that was like getting on top of Raja to get him away from Psycho Stu on the ground because he was still going back to try and make sure he was dead, it seems. Now, in the rest of the clip here, one of the wrestlers from the event starts walking towards them, talking to them, trying to get them to stay. Probably until police get there would be my guess. But he is talking to them and he is shit-talking, trying to goad him into staying. And he's like talking about like, I'll fight you right now. And then it's a back and forth. But Raja Jackson reiterates that he wants to fight more of them there. He wants to continue to beat people within an inch of their life there. It's scary. I cannot imagine a world where he does not go to jail for this. I really can't. Rampage Jackson has tons and tons of money, sure, but I don't know if he's going to be able to outspend the attempted murder charges that his son just racked up here.
He'll get assault with great bodily harm, and then they're gonna settle that shit out of court civilly. I think that's what makes the most sense, right? So you go pay for dudes, medical bills. You take care of all the medical bills. You reach out to him, you know what I'm saying? Let him know, hey, my apologies, whatever, how can I help, this, that. I'm talking about bruh needs a new house. You know what I'm saying? He might need a new car, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way you get away with that shit. That looked crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? If that shit wasn't staged, that looked crazy, so... Yeah, bro, little bro kind of cooked. Like I said, I see 2-3 years probation, maybe if he's lucky, if he has a clean record. If he doesn't, then he's about to go do, you know what I mean, about a year or two, and he'll be alright. You're gonna learn from it. It's gonna make him a better man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I hope Psycho Stu is cool. You know what I'm saying? And shit.
Now, of course, I'm not a lawyer and I don't have like a magic crystal ball that I can ponder the orb of to see the future, but my guess would be that there will be attempted murder charges for this incident. Because, I mean, I really think it's like, it feels like that's what the goal here was when Raja Jackson was delivering these blows. I mean, I think at bare minimum, you're getting some serious assault charges. Like, no matter what, I think he should be thrown in the slammer for this. This behavior is completely unacceptable. He knew exactly what he was doing. He even on-stream states what he's about to do. And he clearly doesn't stop until he is pulled off and then still wants to keep going. All of these blows delivered to an unconscious man. How could you possibly say this is anything other than him trying to kill him? It's fucking sickening. Now, like I said at the start of the video, I've recorded all of this pretty much immediately after it happened, so we still don't know
Charlie.
how Psycho Stu is doing, if he's going to pull through from all of this or not. But by the time I post this video, I imagine we'll have some kind of update, so I'll go ahead and put that at the beginning of the video. But as of right now, fingers crossed that he pulls through. Like, yeah, he definitely did make a big mistake with the beer can thing, but I don't think it's something that should have cost him his life here in this manner. This shit is unhinged. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya.
Man, listen, man. I appreciate y'all, gang. It's been Prince Ra.
Ignite the fairways.
Man, horrible commercial timing, gang. See, they gotta pay me for half these commercials. Anyway, like I said, man, this has been Prince Ra. I appreciate you for rocking with me, man. I'm gonna catch you in the next video.